Stephen, how's training been this week?
Yeah, really good, really positive. We've had a clear week to work with the players, which is always good especially after a defeat. You've got some time to work on things that you've seen in a previous game. And yeah, the work's been excellent. The lads have looked really sharp. We've got lads onto the grass for a full week. We've had Mmaee play 45 minutes in the reserve game against Wrexham the other day, which was a positive. And yeah, everybody looks like they're in good shape and looking forward to the weekend now.
How did you reflect on the Watford game with the players at the start of the week?
Yeah, we spoke about it on Monday. We done a debrief and went over it about things we felt we did well in the Watford game. We felt we started the game really positively. We caused them loads of problems in the first 25 minutes. The second period of the first half was a bit closer as a game. And then the third period in the second half was a bit of a disaster for us. Obviously, they came out on top in too many of the duels and were really clinical with the big chances that they got. We made a few errors in them goals that we conceded, and within 5 minutes the game was out of our hands. So yeah, we spoke about it, we debriefed it, and moved on, getting ready to go for West Brom.
When you're reflecting on the game, how important is it from your perspective to take a balanced approach?
Yeah, it's the key to it, because it's one of them. You're never as good as you think you are, and you're never as bad as you felt it was. It's always somewhere in the middle. So when you come and watch it, when there's no emotion, when I watched it on Sunday, and when we spoke about it with the coaches on Monday, we felt that we did okay in large parts of the game, and then the game got away from us in the second half. So to be balanced is key to it. Try and get the information over to the players without going over the top, but also making them aware that the non-negotiables and the things that we speak about every day and the standards that we live to have got to continue for 95 minutes, 100 minutes, however long the game lasts. We can't afford to drop off for a period of time in this division, because if you do, then you get punished.
As you mentioned earlier, Mmaee was involved with the reserves on Tuesday alongside a few other first team players. What did you take from that game?
Just pleased that he got some minutes in the legs. Obviously Ryan has been out for a long time. He came on for 20 minutes, whatever it was, against Watford, so he's built up his match minutes against Wrexham, got himself a goal, so that was positive. Lewis Baker played in that game as well. We got Andre on the pitch, although he didn't complete the game. He had to come off with a knock to his ankle that he's been carrying for a while. So yeah, it's a good opportunity, I think, for the lads to, in them situations and in them games, to play, because training is good and you can get certain things out in training sessions, but playing game time minutes, especially if you've not played any first team minutes, that's how it's going to be. The lads who aren't involved on a Saturday are going to play for the 21s. I think that's dead important.
To what extent do they come into your thoughts for selection on Saturday?
Yes, to a certain extent, yeah. Obviously, we can't rush Mmaee. He's been out for a long time and a couple of serious injuries that, you know, we need to make sure that he's right. So there won't be any major concern to throw him straight back in, but having him back and involved in the squad makes us stronger, and that's what we want. So yeah, everybody else who got through the game, there's no injuries apart from Andre, although he trained again today, so see how he reports tomorrow.
How are the rest of the squad looking? Good,
everyone's all right. Junho's had a clear week on the grass. Andy Moran's looked nice and bright and sharp. It's been good to see him. Obviously, he only joined us in the hotel on Friday at Watford, so it was good to get him in with us. He's looked bright and he looked like he's enjoying it. Lewis Schumacher's been good. Thought he did well on Saturday when he came on. He had an impact on the game. So yeah, the training's been good. I've enjoyed it. It's been a good week and we're looking forward to it, and finish it off tomorrow on Friday, and then yeah, get ready for the big game on Saturday.
What sort of tests do you anticipate from West Brom?
A tough test. They're physical. They're obviously a big team who've got a lot of experience. They've had a great start to the season. They won away from home. Really good victory at QPR. They got a good result against Leeds in a game they would feel like possibly could have won. So we expect a real tough test. They're well organised and adaptable. So we have to make sure that we're ready for them and live up to them, and say match their physicality and try and take the game to them where we can.
What aspects from the first two league games do we need to take into the game?
Be positive, like not get carried away with the outcomes of either game. Like we've won against Coventry, which was a really good win, brilliant victory. but we won't get carried away with that. We know we have to work harder than that to get a result in the next game, and we won't get carried away with the outcome of the Watford game. We need to make sure that we learn from the mistakes that we made and try and be more clinical with the chances that we're going to get, like we created last Saturday.
The fans got really behind you in the first home game of the season against Coventry. How important will they be again on Saturday?
Yeah, it'd be huge. It was brilliant, the atmosphere at home. I know we spoke a lot about it in the off-season, about having the safe standing behind the goal there at both ends, home fans right behind both goals, and I think it made a huge difference. I think in the second half, when we were under pressure from Coventry, our fans really got behind the team and lifted us and must give us that little bit of energy that we needed to go on and win it. So I expect something similar at the weekend. Full support from the stands and full commitment from the lads on the pitch.